What type of person are you? So I didn't even realize how big of a deal this was until probably 15 months or 16 months ago. But you need to know what type of person you are. In my opinion, there's two type of people in regards to what I'm going to talk about today. The first one is detail oriented, and the second one is get right to it. It's important that you know how you speak and how you want to be spoken to. So the first type of person is the detail person, the person who explains their explanation, their whatever their response is. They explain to you what the details are. They explain to you why they're doing it, how they're doing it, what they're doing. When they answer questions, they try to fill in the details. Maybe it's because they're insecure. Maybe it's because that is the way they communicate. It's just their natural way to communicate. Maybe it's because they feel like people want to know the explanation. Maybe they feel like they will be more valued if people understand their thought process. And so you never know who you're dealing with, right? And so I think it's important that we become the type of person. Number two, we get right to it, and then we can fill in the details if we feel like we need to, or the person we're speaking with wants to know the details. But the get right to it person is they give it to you short and sweet. They answer the question short and sweet. They tell you what you need to know quickly in a few words or one sentence. They don't explain. They just tell you what the answer is. They just tell you what it is, and that's all it is to it. There's no explanation. They just, whatever they say is what it is, And so I think it's valuable to know who you're dealing with, because if you're talking to somebody, because I wonder why this young lady, I would always talk to her, and she would always get angry at me, and she would like cut me off, and she was like rude. And I realized over time that this is the type of person she is. She doesn't want you to explain it. She don't want the extra fluff. She don't want the extra nothing. She just wants you to tell her yes or no, and that's it. I find it interesting, right? And I find that maybe we're different with different people. Some people we want to explain it to, maybe our spouse. Maybe it's the person we talk to on a regular basis. Maybe it's intimate relationship. Maybe it's a best friend. But maybe everybody else, we're shortened to the point. Maybe it's the personality, but just know who you're dealing with. Are you talking to a person who just wants it cut and dry? They want it short and sweet. They don't want the details. And then some people they want to give you the details. They want to give it to you. They'll tell you yes or no, or they might not tell you yes or no. They might talk all around it, and then they'll finally give you the answer. But what I find is that it's good to just give people the short and sweet to begin with, and then you can fill in the details if that person wants the details. But you got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know what type of person you are. How do you communicate? And then how do you want people to communicate with you? Super important that we know right away. And I find that people that are busy, they want it short and sweet. They just want you to give them the most important thing, the most important details, the most important yes or no, or what the decision is. That's it. And then you have some people who they want to know what the decision was, and they want to know why we decided to do it this way or whatever it is. But just know that there are two types of people that give you the details, and people who just get short and hit them with the most important information, and that's it. Super important to know. It will be super helpful for you to know right away who you're dealing with. If you don't know, start with the most important information, and then you can fill in the details if you need to.